Hello everybody, it's day 2. Today we're going to carry on with the engine. We're just going to start pulling things apart, seeing what size of fittings that we need for things like fuel lines and coolant lines and all that sort of good stuff. And then basically we're just going to see how far we can go today. The place that we usually get all these things isn't open today because of the Rona, obviously, because, you know, why not? So we're not going to be able to fire it up today. But that's going to be a different video, so look forward to that one, and let's see how far we get with the engine today. Okay, so what we've done is we've taken a few little bits and pieces off, like we've replaced this with a fixture. We've had to buy a few more fixtures because some of the fittings are a little bit weird. Some of them are imperial, some of them are just plain old odd, to be honest. Still don't know what that does. And with regards to the clutch, we've got ourselves another bell housing. We've test fitted everything, and the actual piece of metal sits in there and pushes the arm. Doesn't quite fit right, so we're going to work something out for that. But in the meantime, we've had a look at the clutch, pressure plate and the giant flywheel, and they all fit nicely into that gap. The plan is we're going to use, this is the bell housing that came with the gearbox that came with the engine, which is a big one. We're going to try and get that out and use that instead to push the arm, and we think that should work. In the meantime, let's go inside and set a wiring loom up for this. So now it's time to start making the wiring loom. We've got all the wires laid out, we've got the board all pinned and all that sort of good stuff that you've just seen. Now it's time to just wrap the wires around the pins, and then a bit later on we'll crimp all the ends, run it through all the protective sheathing, and then that should be good for the engine then. So let's get on with it. Right, so that's the loom complete so far. We've just pinned it out, and we've cut the wires to length. Various wires coming from the alternator up to a main loom pin, another one, and this is where they all meet at the top. There's going to be a relay box. This big thick black and yellow wire here, this is the one that controls all the glow plugs, so there's 8 of those, 4 on each side. Quite a chunky gauge wire, that one. We also have the water temperature and the fuel pressure. The oil one, that's that one, that's going to come from there, but that's just going to be a really short length, so I'm not going to include that in the loom just yet, not until we actually put it into the trunking. But other than that, that's pretty much done. Right then, so with the exception of the end terminations, this is the wiring loom all done. This is where the business end is. This is where the relay box is going to be. That also has, within that trunk, the oil pressure light and the glow plug lights. Then we go into the smaller bit of trunk and come back up here. There's these two here and these two up here. Put the terminations on, job done. Tim's doing something or other, I'm not entirely sure what. I'm sure he'll tell us in a second. Tell us what you're doing.
So the adapter ring that has been made for the engine doesn't quite fit the bell housing because of the slave cylinder position. We've got the slave cylinder in position, which is actually quite nice. So that's that aspect of it sorted. So what I need to do is cut this section off and trim this section down again. And then there's 2 bolt holes here that bolt into the bottom of the bell housing over there. And this piece here just needs a slight clean up now, after I've got a bit happy-sacky with the grinder. And then that should give us the clearance for the slave cylinder and allow the clutch to work.
Okay, so what we've done, we've just cut a notch out of this bell housing just to be able to fit the starter motor, and we're going to clean that up now. Right, so we've done that cut. That sits just there very nicely. We've mocked it up, and it just seems to see that it does sit on that engine quite nicely. I think that's going to work quite well, that.